Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger. We have yet another installment in our tips and tricks series, this time detailing Morrigan in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So today we're going to be going over some basic specials, some more important notes about her super moves, her wacky air movement, which is very unlike most of the other characters in the game, and some other knicks and knacks. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So now to quickly go over the specials, let's start with probably her most famous move, which is Soul Fist. So Soul Fist honestly is kind of a bog standard projectile. It is not as scary as it used to be in the older games. If you're in the air, you can shoot 3 of them before you hit the ground. The button you press is the angle, so on the ground, Light Punch is straight ahead, and Fierce Punch is an upward angle, and in the air, Fierce Punch is straight ahead, and Light Punch is at a downwards angle. So in and of itself, it's like light harassment. It's not going to win you the game in and of itself, but you know it's there. Do be aware it can be push blocked, reflected if they time the perfect push block timing great, and unfortunately, it does trade with Reality Stone, so it's not very durable. But then again, you know, it's still one of the cornerstones of her offense. It's one of her most famous moves, so there you have it. Now, next up we have Shadow Blade, which is her Dragon Punch. Now, unlike most other Dragon Punches you might think of, in this game it is not invincible in any way, shape, or form. However, the Light Punch in particular is very fast to start up. Well, we don't have the numbers right now, unfortunately, but I can tell you that Light Punch is active very fast, so you can use that to kind of deter people getting close to you if you think they might come from that angle. Besides that, honestly, at this point, this is mostly combo fodder for ending moves meterlessly, and not much more besides that. Morrigan retains her Vector Drain Pile Driver move. You see here, unfortunately you can't really get much of it off mid-screen. It bounces you back quite a bit. You can get a little bit of a follow-up, but not too much. However, especially with the heavier version, as it has a smidge of startup, you are allowed to tag out during that startup. See here. And you can get combos from that. It is a command grab, and all command grabs scale very heavily at the start, and the hit stun decay is much higher up than normally. But you can figure out custom combos from that, so once again, keep in mind, you are allowed to tag out at the start of the pile driver, so you can get whatever combos you can test out. You see here, that's just, I don't have a specific Dante setup or anything, but that's just an idea to go for, and you can test it out yourself. Now, for the Harmonious Spear, which is actually her brand new move in this game. So you see here, it causes an aerial spear and it hits. And you can see that little bats above his head there? That is actually a debuff. So what happens here, and I'm going to change my bar settings just so you can see. When that debuff is on, your Soul Fists gain much more meter than normal. See here, I'm getting giant chunks of meter per Soul Fist while this is up. So the meter gain will scale, if you are doing it in the combo. But yeah, while that's up, you will gain a fantastic amount of meter per Soul Fist. And now, besides that, there's more to it than that. So, Light Kick goes a little close, Heavy Kick goes a smidge further, but both of them can be held. So here I am holding Light Kick, and you see, it's not coming out. Only when I let go of Light Kick will it come out. And Heavy Kick, the more you hold it, the further it'll travel. So I can hold it a little bit, it'll travel halfway, hold it a bit longer, travel a bit further, and you are allowed to hold both of them. So, hold Light Kick, hold Heavy Kick, let both of them go at the same time. So, this kind of helps her screen control a bit now, because you can just hold, like, say, Light Kick and, you know, go crazy. And as soon as they get close, you let go, and that can own that part of the screen very well. Now, to talk about 2 of her supers quickly, first off, the Shadow Servant. Now, this move is actually truly invincible, unlike her regular Dragon Punch. So, the only caveat to this move is the further away you do it from originally, the less damage it'll do here. So, see here, we did a little bit of damage, but if we manage to do it point blank, we'll do a fair bit more. And also, fair warning, once again, if you do it near or in the corner, you're going to get near nothing for your troubles, as you can see here. You can get a follow-up hit afterwards, that's one benefit, I suppose. But yeah, it definitely depends on having all the servants hitting at once to get the maximum damage. But it is invincibility, and invincibility is fairly rare, so that is fantastic. Now, the other thing, her missiles One thing I really want to mention is, and I have a companion combo guide to show you like a bunch of setups. It's a bit stubborn to hit outside of the corner, and where you are when you start the missiles very much informs how much damage you're going to be. Generally, you want to be higher up than your foe when it starts, because it'll always lift them up as you're going up, as you can see here. It'll always carry them upwards. So, say your foe is, you're doing like a whatever fly cancel combo. Like this, right? And if their feet are kind of at your head, you're not going to get near as much damage as if you were, your feet were at their head. So you do want to see and work on the timing of your combos just to make sure you're at least even with them in the air or slightly above them to maximize your damage. Now, to speak on astral vision, a very infamous move, especially from the older game. So this creates a double over here. Now, unlike the older game, it actually lasts a bit longer and you're allowed to gain bar while you're attacking. But on the flip, the old bullet hell shooter, as it used to be called, is no longer in effect, unfortunately. So it'll still mirror every action you do. So, you know, if you're near it, it'll, whatever you do, it's going to mirror it up. See here. But you cannot quite create the old, devastatingly, utterly filling the screen bullet with your projectiles as you used to be able to. So you can still, once again, do 3 projectiles in the air per jump. See here. So you can still fill up the screen, you know, respectably while you're doing it. But it is not utter and devastating lockdown. And plus, you know, with this game with like Reality Stone, that kind of shuts down a lot of it since it trades with it. And it makes it a lot less scary than it used to be. That said, it's still great. Definitely makes converting any stray hits more damaging. Because, you know, you're doubling it up. But be aware, due to the amount of combo scaling in this game being more damage equals more hit stun decay, you might have to change your combos up a little bit to make up for that, because the normal B&B will drop with Morrigan, unfortunately, when you're doing this. To speak on Morrigan's air movement, she has somewhat unique air movement in this game. Actually, well, fully unique, honestly. She can fly like a lot of the other characters, so that's, you know, standard. But she has 4 arcs of air dashes and 2 odd dashes. So if you dash in the air, you know, forwards, backwards, that's fine. But once you start holding up or down, there is no 8-way, so no diagonals. You'll start getting these parabolic arcs, as you can see here. And if you dash on the ground, forward or backward, you can see here, she lifts up. And also, so that helps her get like very quick instant overheads. So she can easily, you know, get whatever combos off that. Now, one thing to mention, so if you dash normally on the ground, if you hold it, nothing's going to happen here. But if you hold forward while doing it, you're going to go to the stars. So that actually has a property forward and back air dash if you hold it, as opposed to just tapping it. If you hold it, you will be granted a second air dash opportunity. So you can do, as long as you're off the ground now, you can do a secondary dash in the air, whatever works out for you. And so that can create, you know, some fun wonky situations, like say you have like whatever partner set up, so you can go like over their head, and go back and cross up. So like double fake reverse cross up. And her downwards air dash, since it does lower her jump arc, as you hear, it lets her have like among, if not the best tri dash in the game. She can do it incredibly low to the ground. See here too, depending on the angle, you can either, it's not a true cross up, but it is a side cross up. So they will have to block left and right immediately. But yeah, it's a great part of her offense, and especially because at this distance here, you can force a left-right block or a low overhead block. So that helps you really be like a can opener on people. That's all the pertinent things about Morrigan. One quick little aside before we end this video. So in the companion combo video, I show a corner-only example that ends with the Harmonious Spear, and you get like a little bounce up and recombo. So in this combo, unlike her normal combo, which does use the Fierce Kick for jump, it actually preserves your ground bounce, so you can get an OTG afterwards. So here, you know, obviously not the optimal combo here, but Dante still gets the OTG, unlike the normal mid-screen combo, So that's actually a fantastic little ditty to know. So you should definitely go for that corner variant when possible to expand your tag and combo options. Anyways, I hope this video found you well. Thank you very much for watching. Go out and play some Marvel.